Hello everybody, this is the math video for help with 3-1, multiplying with powers of 10. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in from a few problems that we practice with in class. So the first thing we're going to look at here is a progression of powers of 10. So I know that I'm starting with 1, and anything times 1 is itself. So 41 times 1 is 41. Now, I don't normally like tricks or things like that, but with the power of 10, there is kind of a trick here. Whatever exponent power you have there is how many zeros are going to be added to your product. So I have my first factor here, which is 41, and my exponent has a 1, so I'm going to add 1 0 in there. Okay. Same thing on the next one. I have 41, and then it's to the power of 2 over here. So I'm going to do, sorry, my marker is just not working with me today. Okay, so I have 41, and then I'm going to add 2 zeros. This answer is fine, but we need to remember that we need to put our comma in to show place value. So I can see that there's ones, tens, hundreds, comma. And then we'll go down to the next one. We'll start with 41, and then it's being multiplied by 10 to the third power, so I'm adding in 3 zeros. And then placing our comma. And then finally our last one, starting with 41, and then we have 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placing our comma, and you can see that it's going up by a power of 10 each time. So there's going to be a 0 being added to each one. So now that we've done that one, we can go ahead and look at the next one, which is 4 times 10 to the third. So we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to see our first factor, and then we're going to multiply that by 10 and add 3 zeros. So I know that 4, let me take this away here, sorry. 4 and 3 zeros is going to be the same as 4,000. So if you were unsure about this, you can say 4 times and then 1 and 3 zeros is the same as 1,000. So 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. Okay, let's move on to the next one over here. This one looks a little different because we have a factor, and a product already, but we're missing our exponent here. So we can see that we're starting with 52, and in our product we have 52. We know it's being multiplied by a power of 10. We need to see how many times. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 10 to the fourth. So this is really the same as 52 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 10,000. 52 times 10,000 is 520,000. Ta-da! Beautiful. Lovely. All right. Let's look down at our higher order thinking questions. So these are the ones that in middle school we call level 4s. So these are the ones that show that you are extending your thinking and that they're a little bit more challenging than our typical problems. So this one says there are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. In the United States, the weight limit for a truck and its cargo is 40 tons. How many pounds is that? How did you find the answer? So, the first piece of information that I know is important to me here is that there are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. So, I'm going to highlight that and take that as important. The next thing I can see that's important is our cargo that we're dealing with here is 40 tons. So, I know that I'm going to try. So, I love this question because it's getting your brain into ratios, which you guys haven't really done too much in 5th grade yet. But this is a ratio question. We're doing unit conversion. But it's so cool. All you have to do is know that for every 40 tons, there are going to be 2,000 pounds in each one of them. So really what you could say is here's 1 ton, that's 2,000. Here's another ton, that's 2,000. Here's another ton, that's 2,000. Here's another ton. And you can keep going. So multiplication is just repeated addition. So instead of adding 2,040 times, we could simply just multiply. The cool thing about base 10 is you can kind of sneak around some of these zeros. So I can see that I'm going to do 4 times 2. So I have 8. And then I know this is the same as 4 times 10 to the 1 because there's 1 0, plus 2 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, to the third, right? And we have already done 4 and 2, and we just know that there's 4 zeros. So I can go ahead and add in 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the same as 80,000 pounds. So you can see how we used our thinking about, okay, I'm doing 40 tons, and for every ton there's 2,000 pounds. We used our powers to help us break it down a little bit simpler. So there you go. All right, you guys, I hope this was fun for you. I really, really enjoy using this idea here of the powers being added on as zeros. I hope you guys had fun.